The Bible presents King Solomon and Daniel as two of the wisest men in history. Solomon, the son of King David, is famous for his wisdom, wealth, and building projects, including the temple in Jerusalem. Daniel, on the other hand, is known for his prophetic visions, interpretation of dreams, and his role in the Babylonian and Persian courts. This video will delve into their wisdom, compare their lives, and determine the best of these two men. Solomon was the second son of David and Bathsheba. His path to the throne was marked by political intrigue and family conflict. Despite these challenges, Solomon's wisdom was evident from an early age. When God appeared to him in a dream and offered to grant him anything he desired, Solomon asked for wisdom to govern his people effectively. Solomon's wisdom is showcased in several biblical accounts. One of the most famous stories is the judgment of two women who claimed to be the mother of the same baby. Solomon proposed to divide the baby in two, revealing the true mother by her willingness to give up her claim to save the child's life. Solomon's wisdom extended beyond judicial matters. He composed over 3,000 proverbs and 1,005 songs, covering various aspects of life, from morality to nature. His writings are preserved in the books of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. Now let's see the achievements and downfall of King Solomon. Solomon's reign was marked by peace and prosperity. He built the first temple in Jerusalem, a monumental achievement that became the center of Jewish worship. His wealth and wisdom attracted dignitaries from around the world, including the Queen of Sheba. However, Solomon's later years were marred by his departure from God's commandments. He married many foreign women who led him into idolatry. This spiritual decline resulted in God's judgment, leading to the division of the kingdom after his death. Now let's talk about Daniel's wisdom. Daniel was taken captive to Babylon as a young man during the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar. Despite being in a foreign land, Daniel remained faithful to God. His wisdom and integrity quickly earned him a place in the king's court. Daniel's wisdom is evident in his ability to interpret dreams and visions. One of the most notable instances is his interpretation of Nebuchadnezzar's dream of a great statue, which foretold the rise and fall of empires. Daniel's prophetic insights are recorded in the Book of Daniel, which includes visions of future events and the end times. Daniel's wisdom also extended to his conduct. He maintained his faith despite the threat of persecution, as seen in the story of the lion's den. His unwavering commitment to God served as a powerful testimony to those around him. Daniel's influence extended beyond the Babylonian Empire. He served under multiple kings, including Darius the Mede and Cyrus the Persian. His wisdom and prophetic insights had a lasting impact on Jewish and Christian eschatology. Unlike Solomon, Daniel's life did not end in spiritual decline. He remained faithful to God throughout his life, and his legacy is one of unwavering faith and prophetic wisdom. Let's see the comparison of wisdom. Solomon's wisdom was practical and administrative. He excelled in governance, judicial matters, and philosophical reflections. His proverbs and writings provide timeless insights into human behavior and morality. Daniel's wisdom, on the other hand, was more prophetic and spiritual. He had the ability to interpret dreams and visions, providing insights into God's plans for the future. His wisdom was also evident in his conduct and unwavering faith. Solomon's wisdom had a significant impact on his kingdom and beyond. His reign brought peace and prosperity to Israel, and his writings continue to influence Jewish and Christian thought. However, his later years and spiritual decline had negative consequences for his kingdom. Daniel's wisdom had a profound impact on the Babylonian and Persian courts. His prophetic insights and faithful conduct influenced kings and left a lasting legacy in biblical prophecy. Unlike Solomon, Daniel's life did not end in spiritual decline, making his legacy more consistent. In comparing the wisdom of Solomon and Daniel, both men exhibited extraordinary wisdom in different ways. Solomon's wisdom was practical and administrative, while Daniel's was prophetic and spiritual. Both had a significant impact on their respective contexts. However, when considering who ended well, Daniel stands out. Solomon's later years were marked by spiritual decline and idolatry, leading to God's judgment and the division of his kingdom. In contrast, Daniel remained faithful to God throughout his life, maintaining his integrity and prophetic insight until the end. Ultimately, Daniel's consistent faithfulness and prophetic wisdom make him a model of enduring wisdom and integrity. While Solomon's wisdom was unparalleled, his failure to remain faithful to God in his later years diminishes his legacy. Daniel's life, marked by unwavering faith and prophetic insight, serves as a powerful example of true wisdom that endures. And another important fact to note is that both King Solomon and Daniel faced significant personal challenges during their lives. King Solomon's challenges. 1. Political intrigue and family conflict. Solomon's path to the throne was fraught with political maneuvering and family disputes. His older brother Adonijah initially declared himself king, leading to a tense power struggle that Solomon ultimately won with the support of his mother Bathsheba and the prophet Nathan. 2. Maintaining faithfulness. Despite his wisdom, Solomon struggled to remain faithful to God. His many marriages to foreign women led him into idolatry, which was a significant departure from his earlier devotion. This spiritual decline brought about God's judgment and the eventual division of his kingdom after his death. 3. Balancing wealth and wisdom. Solomon's immense wealth and power also posed challenges. While he used his resources to build the temple and other grand projects, the accumulation of wealth and luxury may have contributed to his spiritual downfall. The book of Ecclesiastes reflects his existential struggles and search for meaning despite his material success. Now let's see Daniel's challenges. 1. Captivity and exile. Daniel was taken captive to Babylon as a young man, which meant living in a foreign land under the rule of pagan kings. Despite this, he remained faithful to God and adhered to Jewish dietary laws, even when it put him at odds with the Babylonian authorities. 2. Threats to his life. Daniel faced several life-threatening situations due to his faith. One notable instance is when he was thrown into the lion's den for continuing to pray to God despite a royal decree that prohibited it. His survival was a testament to his faith and God's protection. 3. Navigating political intrigue. Serving in the courts of multiple kings, Daniel had to navigate complex political landscapes. His ability to interpret dreams and provide wise counsel earned him favor, but it also made him targets of jealousy and plots by other officials. Both Solomon and Daniel faced significant personal challenges, but their responses to these challenges differed. Solomon's challenges often stemmed from his own decisions and actions, particularly his departure from God's commandments. Daniel, on the other hand, faced external challenges due to his faithfulness to God, but he remained steadfast and unwavering. These challenges highlight the complexities of their lives and the different ways they navigated their respective paths. While Solomon's wisdom brought him great success, his inability to remain faithful ultimately led to his downfall. Daniel's wisdom, coupled with his unwavering faith, allowed him to overcome his challenges and maintain his integrity throughout his life. Both King Solomon and Daniel had close companions and advisors who played significant roles in their lives. King Solomon's companions and advisors. 1. Nathan the prophet. Nathan was a key advisor to Solomon's father, King David, and played a crucial role in ensuring Solomon's ascension to the throne. He continued to be an influential figure during Solomon's early reign, providing spiritual guidance. 2. Benaiah. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, was a loyal supporter of Solomon. He was a commander of David's bodyguard and later became the commander of Solomon's army. Benaiah's loyalty and military prowess were instrumental in securing Solomon's throne. 3. Zadok the priest. Zadok was another important figure who supported Solomon's claim to the throne. He served as a high priest and was a key religious advisor, helping Solomon maintain the spiritual aspects of his reign. 4. Hiram of Tyre. Although not an advisor in the traditional sense, Hiram, the king of Tyre, was a close ally of Solomon. He provided materials and craftsmen for the construction of the temple in Jerusalem, demonstrating a strong diplomatic relationship. Let's now talk about Daniel's companions and advisors. 1. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These three men, also known by their Hebrew names Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, were Daniel's close companions. They were taken captive to Babylon along with Daniel and shared his commitment to God. Their faith was famously tested when they were thrown into a fiery furnace for refusing to worship an idol, but they were miraculously saved by God. 2. King Nebuchadnezzar. While not a companion in the traditional sense, Nebuchadnezzar recognized Daniel's wisdom and often sought his counsel. Daniel's ability to interpret the king's dreams earned him a high position in the Babylonian court. 3. King Darius. Darius the Mede also valued Daniel's wisdom and appointed him as one of the top administrators in his kingdom. Despite being tricked into issuing a decree that led to Daniel being thrown into the lion's den, Darius respected Daniel and was relieved when he survived. Both Solomon and Daniel were surrounded by influential figures who supported and advised them. Solomon's advisors were instrumental in securing his throne and aiding his governance, while Daniel's companions and the kings he served under recognized and valued his wisdom and faithfulness.